When we're young, we have an amazing, positive outlook about how great life is going to be, but somewhere along the line, we forget to dream and end up settling. Join Up Dots features amazing people who refuse to give up and chose to go after their dreams. This is your blueprint for greatness. So here's your host, live from the back of his garden in the UK, David Ralph.
Yes, hello there. Good morning to you. Good morning, world. Good morning, every single person who listens to Join Up Dots. The thousands, the millions, even the aliens who listen to Join Up Dots. Welcome. And of course, if that's all a lie, if I'm just making that up and there's only two people out there listening, then maybe we'll get together. We'll meet in Starbucks, we'll have a cup of coffee, we'll lay on a futon, and we'll talk about life, and we'll do it all live. But of course, no, that's not true. There's millions of you out there, and thank you so much for every single one being here. It's the first time I have turned the microphone on for ages and ages. I can't actually remember the last time. I think I recorded my last guest interview 4 weeks ago, something like that, and I haven't turned the microphone on since. You will say to me, but David, what have you been doing? And I will say to you, well, hang on, I'll tell you. And you'll say, no, but I need to know straight away. Well, quite simply, I have been enjoying the simple pleasures of the female body every now and again. And I've just been doing stuff. We've got a brand new website for podcastersmastery.com. Go over and have a look at it. It's pretty sexy, I think. We've got a new platform coming for Join Up Dots. I've had a load of promotional photos taken. You can go over to the profile at LinkedIn. Look for me, David Ralph at LinkedIn.com, and you'll see that we're building a branding of business that is about having as much fun as possible. What I'm focused in now is seeing how much fun I can have that actually brings me good rewards. So it's no good just having loads and loads of fun, because otherwise I wouldn't be getting out of the bed. But if you can have fun that brings great rewards, then that is powerful marketing. So we've got a new business slogan, business made fun. Yes, you can either have fun made by business or the business of making fun. The two come together hand in hand, they dovetail, and the more fun you can have in a business and in your life, then I just had a fly in my throat just there for a moment. So if it sounds like I'm choking a bit, I'm not sure. I've either chewed the fly to death or it's gone in my mouth and back out. But my eyes are streaming. But I'm still talking because, hey, I'm a professional. I'm doing it for you. So anyhow, we've had a load of stuff going on. So I disconnected the microphone and I just got my head down and I focused on it. And we've even got, I bought into a business. I am now the proud owner of a car spares business, Car Automobiles, and it was a family business, and now I own it. And I have been going through the books. I have been making some bold decisions. I had to sack a member of staff, and we are looking at turning that business round into a profitable one. And quite simply, within about 3 months, we're starting to see a change of direction. The profits are going up day by day. And it's just focus. You focus in on the right things. Now, anyhow, what I was going to talk about today is not going to be the lengthiest podcast in the world, because I've got to get back into the speed. I've got to get back into peak podcasting fitness so that I can do these things. But I'm thinking about motivation and being motivational. Now, I have been going over to podcasts and I've been listening to the ones that say that they're motivational, and that's why I called this show Motivational. And quite frankly, a lot of them sound like they're in comas. They don't sound motivational at all. And I was thinking to myself, well, they're getting quite a lot of audience. Why are some people thinking this is motivational for them, but when I listened to it, it just didn't hit home at all? And so I started dissecting it. Yeah, I started looking at why some of us will be really, we really respond to certain things, and other times it just leaves us flat. It's like the blind date. Ever been on a blind date when one of your mates says, oh, you're going to love her. Oh, she's brilliant. Oh, everybody thinks she's great. And when you get there, you think, oh, my God, how long I've got to stay here with this woman or man? It just doesn't hit home. So what is motivation, and how do some things become motivational? I think I swallowed the fly. I don't know why, but I'm going to die. I'm sure I am. There used to be an old poem of that, didn't there? There was an old lady who swallowed a fly. I don't know why she swallowed a fly. Perhaps she died. She swallowed a cat to eat the fly. Do you remember that? Come on, everybody out there. Let's join in on the buses, on the trains. Let's get a whole movement going. 1, 2, 3, 4. There was an old lady who swallowed a fly. I don't know why she swallowed a fly. Perhaps she died. She swallowed a bird to eat the fly. Let's give up on that. I got too infused in that. I was enjoying myself too much. So yeah, motivation. Now, I think that we actually get the biggest motivational pull from things when it actually touches into our key strengths, our key talents, the kind of things that we love on a daily basis, the kind of things that infuse us. And I'm very futuristic. That's my number one motivational strength. If you go over to Strength Finders 2.0, and if you haven't, you've really got to do it. You've really got to do it. I've been pushing it big in my coaching group. And take the test and read the book. It will give you your 5 key strengths. And basically, if you develop those strengths, you don't have to worry about the things you don't do very well. You just focus in on those ones. Now, my number one is actually futuristic. So anybody that tells me, oh, wouldn't it be great if we could do this? And what do you think about that? And everything that's forward thinking, I love it. I love it. And so if I go over to a podcast and people are talking about what's the possibilities of doing this and how life is going to change, I actually feel I like this. I like this content. This is what I want to listen to. But when it comes down to being truly motivational, I think it comes with energy. I think we've got to project information, but also do it in a way like, come on. You know, you really put your heart and soul into it. And I think all the people out there that we look at and we really respond to, and the ones that we class as legends, I think they put their heart and soul into it. If you look at Steve Jobs, who's no longer with us, of course, he often annoyed people because he was so passionate about the thing he wanted to create. He was so passionate about the perfection that he wanted to bring into the world. He was so just motivated by the vision that some people that aren't that way found it too much. Other people that were that way thrived on it. So I certainly enjoy Up Dots, try and put as much effort into it as possible. Very easy to do on these solo shows because there's not a guest that I have to rein myself in for. Bit more difficult when the guest's on the other line because they don't want to hear me rambling on for 15 minutes each time because they're there as well. They're there to do their thing. But that's what I like to do, put full energy in. So if you are listening to a podcast and you think to yourself, I'm not too keen on this, you've got to take it back to yourself and you've got to think about why does this not hit home for me? Are they talking about a subject I'm not interested in? If that's the case, why? Are they talking in a way that I don't really like? If so, why? Got to get back to your strengths. You've got to find your 5 strengths, okay? Because with those 5 strengths, we really will start to feel things. We will feel things in a way that we'd never done before. And we'll be able to see it. People will talk to us and we will have visions in our head. We'll have images. We will believe that our life will be better. And it will be better. Every single one of you out there who's listening to this podcast, if you start stopping listening, can you do that? Can you start stopping? Well, I imagine you can. But if you stop listening to as many of my shows and get out there and start taking action, or join us in the Dream Starters Academy coaching group as well. You can come across there. It's free. Just go over to Facebook, click on the link, answer 3 quick questions, and we'll invite you in. You will be surrounded by people that are all taking action. And it doesn't take a long time to change your life. And the more you do that, the more you believe that you can do that, and the more you believe, the more you will achieve. And then it just starts taking care of itself and it keeps on moving forward. And then we will not only see the vision in our heads, we will see it spreading up around us. You know, I'm coming up to 4 years now of Join Up Dots, 4 years on the 30th of April. And I have seen some things I've done amazingly well. I've seen things that I've done terribly, but it's coming together. The vision that I had right at the beginning of the professionalism is coming together little by little, where at the beginning it was just something in my head that I was aiming for, but now it's very much a different beast altogether. And you can do that. You can do that, every single one of you. You out there, you tap into that motivational spirit inside you and you start working towards something. And that's why I think that when you are listening to podcasts or you're reading books and you think, oh, this is great, I love it, you've really got to think about, why do I love it? Why is this good? When I watch that film and I start crying for no reason, why am I doing that? Why is it tapping into that motivational something inside me that makes me act this way? Because the more you know about yourself, the more you will be able to put yourself in situations which means it's right for you to be doing what you need to do. You know, I couldn't do manual labour jobs. I couldn't do things outside in the freezing cold. I'm not very good with my hands. I'm pretty good at opening my mouth and talking, but the sort of manual stuff is just not me. So I couldn't do that. But I found myself in this situation by taking action, bold action, sexy action, bodacious action, and life is very, very nice and in many ways very, very easy as well because you're playing to your strengths. See what I'm saying, people? See what I'm saying? You gotta know yourself. Now, when you do know yourself and you can start to see things changing, you will find that inner spirit which basically will allow you to overcome any obstacles. And the obstacles will fall into two categories. One, that will just stop you in your tracks and you'll think, oh my God, I have no idea how this is going to, I'm going to get round this. How can I do this? Well, you might go and get help. You might find answers in books. You might listen to podcasts. There's always a way. Or you'll look at it and you just go, yeah, okay, I'll just breeze round now. I go the longer way round, but I can just get round that obstacle because you know the vision that you want is at the other side. So anyway, I just thought I'd turn on the microphone today to get back into speed on this and talk to you about what being motivational is. And I just think it's you knowing yourself and being aware of those feelings and being aware of what's possible based on your strengths and your talents and your skills and your personality. And so start looking at yourself. And as I say, if you're reading something you think, oh, this is boring, put it down. Wonder why so many people have read it and loved it, but you don't like it. When you're watching films, when you're reading podcasts, when you're having a conversation, when you're talking to somebody, there is clues everywhere for your motivational, forward-thinking self to take forward for your new life. Every single day there are clues because it's based around feelings. And if you can tap into those feelings that really make you go, oh, yes, come on, da, 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 and give it the old Rocky up the steps and bounce around out of the top, then you're on your way. You're on your way. And you can keep going when things get tough as well. But if you don't tap into that spirit, that feeling inside you, it's very, very difficult and you will put yourself in a position that just isn't right for you. So, thank you so much for listening to this show. Thank you as well for Robin, who connected with us on Facebook the other day. Thank you very much for dropping us a line. Thank you for so many of you that drops a line and leaves ratings and reviews on iTunes. That is the big one. Anybody that does that, leaves a rating and review on iTunes, you will get a name check because it's so powerful and really will push us up the charts on everywhere. But of course, it's no good unless I put my heart and soul into this. You know, that's where it all comes from. It's the body of work that pushes you to where you want to be, not little metrics and cheap tricks around the sides, but they do all help as well. Until next time, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for everybody who listens to Join Up Dots, not just one episode, 2 episodes, 3 episodes, every single one. Thank you for the guys who've been connecting with me who've said we've gone back to the very first episode and have listened. I'm amazed you want to listen to the early stuff, but great if you want to. That's amazing for me. And just thank you for every person that tells somebody that this is a show that hopefully is worth listening to. Until next time, I'll be here again. Cheers. See ya. Bye-bye.
That's the end of Join Up Dots. You've heard the conversation. Now it's time for you to start taking massive action. Create your future, create your life. It's the only life you've got. And we'll be back again real soon. Join Up Dots, Join Up Dots, Join Up Dots, Join Up Dots. Join Up Dots.